Greetings, yogis, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Nataki, and this is Melanated Movements, where we focus on mindful movement through mobility work, yoga, and strength building. Today, we are focusing on releasing tension in our upper back, head, neck, and shoulders. Doing this, we're going to be using some myofascial release techniques to help us release those tension areas. And all you need today is a couple of tennis balls or firm balls. You could even use a lacrosse ball or a softball, but that won't be as firm as the tennis ball. So I really like to use tennis balls. But you can also, if you have handy, use a small foam roller. But again, I like the tennis balls because they really get into the muscle grooves and are more firmer on those muscle layers to get out those knots. So let's get started. Coming down onto the mat, coming into our child's pose, knees as wide as the mat, walking the palms towards the front of the mat as we bring the head down. Here we'll take about 3 to 4 nice deep breaths in and out through the muscles, just allowing that upper back, shoulders to soften and stretch. Breathing here. Nice deep belly breaths. Sending that signal that this is time for the muscles to relax and soften. And we're going to tent our fingers and start to take that right palm over the left, kind of shifting that right hip over towards the right. So you're kind of leaning on that right hip, getting a little stretch in that right side body. Staying here for a breath. And then coming back to center. Let's go the opposite way. So taking that left palm on top of the right palm. Again, shifting that left hip towards the left. Breathing into that left side body. Coming back to center. We're going to go ahead and come to all fours. Focusing on the head. Let's draw circles with the head. So nice big circles. And really being mindful. So tucking the chin as we come down. And then sweeping the chin towards that right shoulder up and around. Again, going as slow as the breath. Coming back to center, let's draw circles the opposite direction. Again, going as slow as you can. This muscle or fascia responds to slow movements. Kind of like jello. You have to be gentle and slow to penetrate through. Kind of loosen it up. And coming back to center. Let's go ahead and thread the needle, taking that left arm up. Inhale. And exhale, threading it through. Coming down onto that left shoulder. Sending the hips over to the left. Maybe walking that right palm forward for a little deeper stretch. In here, I like to rotate that left palm, the wrist, up and down. So my palm is up, inhale, and exhale, rotate so the palm is down. Just getting a little range of motion in the wrist and shoulders as well. One more breath here. And then go ahead and take that palm back to de-thread the arm. And exhale it down. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, right palm comes up. And thread that arm through, coming down onto the right cheek. Breathing here again, sending the hips over to the right. Maybe extending that left arm. A little bit more leverage to go a little bit deeper. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate my palm, doing a little bit of extra nerve flossing, really getting into not only the wrists, but the shoulders here as well. As I breathe. And go ahead and take that palm back. De-thread the arm. Inhale, lift, exhale. Go ahead and bring it down. Now we're going to go ahead and come on to our backs. So coming on to your back, and make sure that your props are handy. So you want to have your tennis balls handy. We're going to go ahead and take those tennis balls and place them onto the back of the head. So we have a little groove here, our occiput. We want to just nestle the tennis balls right in that little groove. And then go ahead and gently bring that head down. I'm going to bring the palms down onto the mat for leverage, keeping the knees bent and just kind of rocking a little bit up and down. You can kind of wiggle, breathing here, and that should feel really good in the back of the head. A lot of times we hold tension there. It's really tight, and that's a spot where we kind of neglect. This is really good for headaches. If you get stress headaches, a lot of times it's coming from the traps. So this is a good starting point here to get into the head, and then we'll move down to the neck. So you could even go ahead and adjust. Just go ahead and take the palms and maybe move them up or down. Again, going up and down, just kind of wiggling, using your feet to adjust, moving back and forth, or even left and right. And it's okay if the balls kind of move away from you. You could even kind of nestle them in, keeping your hands steady here to keep them steady, and just move right to left, up and down. So you can kind of pin them in with your palms if that works better. You can focus on one side, getting into that like lateral to the temple, just outside of the ear here. It's a good spot. And then rolling on to the left side of the head. Maybe stopping where it feels good and holding, or just kind of keep moving until you feel a nice spot that needs attention. Again, going really slow, moving the head slowly back and forth, up and down. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and move the balls onto the traps. So right where your neck and shoulder meet, the top here, kind of feel that fleshy part. That is your trap here. We're going to place the balls on either side, left and right, so we can get a 2-for-1, getting both sides here. And again, you kind of keep your palms here, just kind of pinning them there, or bringing your palms down flat on the mat and just using your feet for momentum. So you do what works best for you. I kind of like to just use my feet for momentum to really get into, and my palms to push up and down, really getting into those traps, or even stay in stillness. I feel a spot here that I just want to release, and just holding and breathing works really well. Taking nice deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. You can hold for a few seconds and then move down the back or down the traps. Again, using the feet to move up. So you're moving the balls down, going maybe an inch or so down. just above the shoulders, shoulder blades, getting into there. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and remove those balls. And just staying stillness, taking a few deep belly breaths in and out through the nose, noticing how the head and the shoulders feel. I'm going to take a deep breath in on the exhale, slowly rotate the head to the right. And then taking the chin towards the chest, exhale. Inhale, taking it up, and exhale down. Again, you can just stay in stillness here. And then on the next inhale, go ahead and start to rotate the head. Again, going as slow as possible. Feeling a little massage on the back of the head. And then exhale, taking that chin towards the chest. And inhale up. You could do that a couple of times. Getting into the side of the head. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll back to one side slowly. And the other, just massaging the back of the head. Good. Now getting into the scalings, I like to, because I know how tight my scalings and my traps are, I'll take the balls and again nestle them starting the back of the head, the occiput, just where the head and neck meets, and just kind of pin them there and roll down. But if you're not comfortable or the tennis balls are too firm, or you can switch to a softer ball like a softball or a lacrosse ball. Or instead, if you just have the tennis ball, you can go ahead and sit up and just kind of roll it out with your palms, just rolling up and down. Again, the back of the neck, never in the front where your carotid artery is. You want to stay just in the back of the head, so the back of the neck. You can even go a little lateral, but never in front of the neck. Okay, you want to avoid that area. All right, so moving down the back, I'm going to take the balls and place them again just beside the shoulder blade. So we're getting in more into the upper back, shoulders, those lower traps and rhomboids. And again, I like to, and it's harder, you can't even pinpoint the balls. So at this point, you want to just keep your knees bent and use your feet and palms as momentum as you roll down. So again, finding that sweet spot, and you'll feel where you hold some tension. Might feel a little discomfort, so use your breath to kind of relax and ease that tension in those knots to help them release. Maybe going up and down, or even side to side. Now at this point, I like to take my palms and cross them over. So right palm is on, or left palm is on right shoulder, right palm is on left. So crossing those arms and using that, you're able to kind of open up those shoulder blades and still using your feet as momentum, and using that way to roll the balls up and down. So you're not even moving much, just like an inch or half an inch or so, staying in that area and just kind of moving down, using your feet to kind of slide them down. And again, moving up and down, or left to right, doing some cross friction, fiber friction work. I'm so at ease. Stumbling over my words. So using that to kind of do some cross fiber friction work here. And if this is your first time, please take it easy, be gentle. If this is too much, just keep your palms here, just moving up and down. You could also take one arm and inhale as you bring it up and exhale down. Or doing some angel wings as you inhale, gliding your arms up like a clock, and exhale, bringing them down. And those balls kind of pinpoint, just kind of pin those muscle fibers as you stretch. Inhale up and exhale down. I like to bend my elbows, do it like you're in the snow. If anybody knows snow weather, I'm in Atlanta right now, so I'm sure folks here don't know nothing about no snow angels. But we used to do snow angels when we were kids during a snowstorm or after the snowstorm. There's piles of snow, run out there and lay down in the snow and make some snow angels. That was always fun. It's the only part I liked about snow. And then you want to do the other side. So again, inhaling up and exhaling down. Just again, moving as slow and moving mindfully. Getting in to that fascia and that tissue, allowing them to release. You could even do cross, so taking the arm across, and inhaling up. Just kind of playing with it, seeing what works best for you. And then again, finding that sweet spot. And I found one here, and just kind of letting it ease with breath. All right, then you move down. So again, either moving it with your hands or using your feet to kind of create momentum to slide them down. So we're at the mid back. And here I feel some tension and some tightness, moving down towards the lats. Woo! Really feel it there. Again, breathing. Make sure you're breathing. Breath is important. Can't be holding your breath because that defeats the purpose. It's just gonna tighten up those muscles. That breath, that deep breathing allows the muscles to say, hey, I need to relax. I need to soften. So again, moving down, you can take the balls a little bit down further, coming towards the low back. Finding movement there, up and down. I like to dig my heels in, kind of use that as momentum to move the balls up and down. Again, it's slight, but you don't need a lot of movement here. Just kind of like an inch or half an inch span. And then keep moving those balls down till we come to the lower back. So once we're at the lower back, you can kind of lift your hips and place them just above the sacrum. Ooh, feel that. Just above the sacrum. Again, here you can draw figure eights, kind of moving in circles, using the feet and the hips as momentum, up and down, or side to side. Those figure eights feel really good. Nice massage there in the lower back. And then taking them and moving them down just at the top of the glutes. And we're going to move left to right. And then come in stillness. Let's go ahead and extend that right leg. And then we're going to lift, the left leg, and lifting the right. And just playing with that, seeing how that feels. If that's too much pressure on that right side of the glute, just keep the feet down. I like the pressure. Glutes are really tight, those hip flexors there. I'm going to do that on the other side. This time I'm going to keep my foot down and just bring that left knee towards the chest. Ooh, breathing here. And if this is not your first rodeo, you need a little bit more, you can go ahead and do a figure 4. So taking that ankle, right ankle to left knee, creating that figure 4, and just drawing those circles, or doing that figure 8 on this side, or rocking left to right, getting towards the outer side of the glute. Into the maximus here, getting into those hips. That's the spot. Just kind of holding again where you feel it. You can rock left to right, up and down, breathing here. And again, doing both sides. You want to keep balance. So if you can do that figure 4, if that feels good, go ahead and do that. Rolling out the ball on this side. I like to draw circles or go up and down, or even just kind of moving the hips a little bit to help find that spot, that trigger point. And once you're there, you can hold and breathe. Tension likes to move, so you move with it and just kind of, again, find that spot, rolling across or down, holding and breathing. When you're ready, you can go ahead and place the feet down. I like to take one knee in, then the other. And then even sitting up onto your forearms and really focusing on those glutes, or even on your palms if that's enough, or too much, you can go back down on your forearms. But I like to get onto my palms to really apply a little deeper or more pressure to get into the glute maximus, even minimus, those hip flexors onto the side, and kind of even in that fold, that gluteal fold. You can keep the leg extended and just rock. You have a fold where your leg, where your thigh meets your glutes. And that sometimes is really tight, so you can rock there, left to right, doing both sides. All right. So hopefully you feel a little bit better. We're going to end with some stretches. So go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Let's draw our arms up as we inhale. Exhale, taking that right arm down, rainbowing the left side, body stretch. And inhale up, we're going to twist to the left, bringing that right palm to the outside edge of that left knee. Gazing back, exhale. And inhale back to center, arms up, taking that left palm down, rainbow the right arm over. Keeping that back nice and long, really reaching getting into the side body. Next inhale, we're going to come up, twisting to the right, taking that left palm to the outside edge of that right knee, gazing back. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. I'm going to take the arms up. Maybe interlace the palms and bring those palms up. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and push the palms away from you, interlacing those fingers. Maybe draw the chin towards the chest. You can rock left to right. The opening up through the back of the shoulders. And then taking the shoulders back. So we're getting into the pecs and the chest as we lean towards the palms, opening up through the chest, maybe sending the head back. On the next inhale, let's do some eagle arms. So bending through the elbows, taking that right elbow over left. Maybe just bringing the backs of the palms together, or if you can, interlace, bringing the palms together. We're going to inhale, take the elbows up, and exhale down, bringing chin towards the chest. Inhale up, and exhale down. Let's do one more movement with breath. Inhale, come back to center. And remove that arm and placing the left elbow over the right. Go ahead and interlace here. Again, just the back of the palms if that's enough for you, or interlace again and have the palms touch. On the breath in, go ahead and take those elbows up. Exhale them down, bringing the chin towards the chest. Inhale. And exhale, moving slowly. Next inhale, bring the shoulders in line with the elbows. Uncross and bringing the elbows or the palms and arms back. One more, open of the chest. And then exhale, bring it down. Let's take our palms to our knees for a seated cat-cow. As we inhale, draw that chest forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine, leaning back on the sacrum, chin to chest. Let's do 3 more seated cat-cows. Just getting into the spine. Just noticing how the upper body feels. Noticing how everything is connected. Coming to center, we'll start to draw circles with the upper body. Just nice big circles. Really exaggerating those circles. Again, this is great for the spine, as it is the trunk of all our limbs. So spinal health is really important. Keep that spine nice and healthy. So a lot of times your spine is out of whack or tight and tense. The infraspinatal muscles, and that's a culprit for both upper and lower back pain. When you're ready, come to stillness. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls. Seeing how those shoulders feel. Checking in with the shoulders. I'm going to do one last head roll. Just checking in to see if we have a little bit better range of motion than when we started class. I know I do. How about you? Well, thank you so much for joining. I hope this helps. And remember, stay blessed, stress less, keep moving.